In this lecture, you're going to learn about the different measurements that we'll use in styling our text, divs, and other CSS elements. Now, there are a lot of different measurements that we can use, but I'm not going to go over all of them because we're only going to mainly use two. But in the Downloads Resources tab, I will put some documentation if you want to check out the different ones, like inches and millimeters and all that stuff. I've never used them, I've never seen them ever used, but it's there if you want to read up on it. Now, pixels, we know pixels, and not all pixels are uniform across all browsers. So that's why ems are handy because it's a relative size that scales with the font. And ems and percentages are mostly used in responsive designs, which is almost every single website you should be building in a modern day web browser. So let's go to CodePen and just kind of check this out. So let's create a paragraph that says, go Longhorns, UT is awesome. Okay, so let's give it a class of Go Longhorns. Okay, let's give that class, we're going to increase the font size. So I can do it in two ways. Like I said, I can use pixels or I can use ems. So first, let's use pixels. Maybe it's already 16. I think oh yeah, 16 is the default, so it's not changing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there you can see that we changed the font size. And now let's use ems. So let's see, the default is 1em. So that's what it looks like at default. So now let's do 2ems. Now you can see the M, right? That's a good reference. Now let's double that, 4, and then 8. Then let's try to make it smaller. Oh, that's not going to change it. Another thing that we could use are percentages. So we could do 100%, which is going to be the default. You can do 400%, which makes it 4 times as big. Okay. You can also use this in a div. And I'll show you that real quick. For styling your divs or images, you could use these for images as well. Pretty much any container, and a paragraph is a container, right? It has lines around this, and then I can even show you this, that it's a container by showing you the background, right? See, the paragraph is a container. So any kind of container you can style this way. So let's just do div class, let's just say big red. Big red. I want it to have a background color of red too. And I want it to have a width of 400 pixels and a height 200 pixels. See? Or we could also change these to ems. Let's say 40em. And we could also, cross do. I don't suggest doing 2 different ones just because it's not going to scale very well. So these are your CSS measurement tools now. And let's go into the next lecture. We'll go even more in depth on this subject.